What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Carter Sports Coverage. I'm your boy, SB Cash.
What's good? I'm your boy, Ryan.
And in the building today, we got my dog, my boy from Ninth Scale, Dev, man. Talk to the people. How you doing today, bro?
I'm glad to be here, man. I'm glad you got me on the show, man. Just returning the favor. You know, you came through and blessed my show, so I felt like it was only right, that we finally got to do this in person. And not social media.
Right.
Should be fun, man. Thanks for having me.
No doubt, man. We appreciate him coming through. I see you got the Rams hat on. I salute him. So, today on this episode of Carter Sports Coverage, but before we get into anything, you know we got to say shout out to Feed Me Sandwich Kings. Come get you a sandwich. Shout out to DJ Marv. Keep going hard. And let's talk about what we're going to get into today. So, today I just want to talk about of course, a Buckeye tragedy. We'll get into it really soon. That's the first thing I want to touch on there, Buckeye tragedy. We'll also smallly get into a situation in San Francisco that's brewing.
Yep.
You know, and then we'll round it off with these NBA playoffs that's been going crazy these last couple days, man, turning up for everybody, man. So, man, with the first news, man, very sad news. Ohio State's quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, passed away, and he actually got killed. Sad for all Buckeye Nation, beloved to us, man. We all love Dwayne Haskins, man. He lost his life in an accident. Can either of you talk about the accident, or what do you guys know about the accident?
I heard.
Have you heard anything? What do you know about the accident?
Not much. Y'all didn't heard mixed stories, so you feel me? You feel me?
Yeah, I was out of town when it happened.
I heard a couple different stories. I heard he got hit.
Yeah, hit by a car or something.
Yeah.
What do you know about it, Dad? Because I don't know much.
Man, that's really what it is. We're all in the dark about it. All we got is the basics. Just, you know, he's on the freeway and he got hit by a dump truck.
Right.
And everything else is a blur from there. Like, we don't have no specifics. Just a Buckeye tragedy, like you said.
Yeah, man. Definitely. In my eyes, I feel like how I'll always look at Dwayne Haskins as people say one of the greatest quarterbacks at Ohio State, and that's definitely no question about that. One of the greatest quarterbacks at Ohio State. I mean, he only was there one season, and if you look at what he accomplished in that one season, he had like 5,000 some passing yards, 50 touchdowns that year. I look at him as the best pure passing quarterback we've probably ever had.
Yeah,
so, man, sad day when I heard the news. I'm still messed up about it, but R.I.P. to Dwayne Haskins, man. Condolences to his family, man. So, moving on to the next topic. So, San Francisco 49ers. So, the news that I'm hearing today is that Debo Samuel, the star receiver from the 49ers, wants out.
Yep.
Let's talk about it a little bit, y'all, man. So, like, what do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel about him wanting out, and why do you feel he wants out?
Listen, this is what I think. I think he overplayed it. Whatever contract he got, he overplayed it this past 2 years. Because he's been going crazy.
Is he still not on the rookie contract though?
He probably is.
No, he still is.
He is.
Money.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't overplay. He didn't outplay that.
Okay.
You know what I mean, he one of the top dogs. So, and they ain't trying to give him the bag.
Right, but
So,
okay.
I
So you expect him to go if they not trying to give him the bag, right?
No, he already.
Yeah, I say he done. Took the 49ers. How do you feel?
I wish we had the bag to pain, for real.
The Cowboys?
For real.
That would be nice.
That's how I really feel.
Y'all just lost Amari?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, now.
I know we ain't got that.
How do you feel about it, Dan? How do you feel about Debo wanting out of San Francisco? He's actually...
Y'all might fuck around signing.
The rich.
You know, y'all.
All I gotta say is the rich gets richer. You know, that's all I got.
You think the Rams gonna
the rich gets richer?
Oh,
we're not gonna get him. No, we're not gonna get him.
But
it works for our division. It works in our favor. I mean, let him go. Russell Wilson's out the way.
Right.
Debo gets out of there.
I definitely feel like the Rams open up division this year because it's like, man, the NFC West look like everybody want to scurry.
Yeah.
Besides the Cardinals, whatever they're going through with Kyler, but he's probably gonna be there. But like, you know what I mean? So Debo leaving. What I heard actually, what I was reading is that the 49ers is willing to pay him this money. It's just, it's a different reason that he wants out. That's what I heard. Like it's not that the 49ers, you know, everybody knows he deserves the money.
Yeah, I seen that. He ain't speak on it.
Yeah, I think somebody said it's a scheme fit. that somebody said he doesn't like the way that he's being used in San Francisco. And I can see that. I can see that though. If he wants to just be a more route running receiver, and it's because they use him as reverses, hands.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he want that back. He played a little bit of everything. More than just a receiver.
Kind of reminds you of Le'Veon Bell's like last good year in Pittsburgh. Just did everything. The only wanted was to be compensated for it. And if it's not compensation, I don't understand. Maybe it's it might be the quarterback rift, where they want Jimmy G gone. Maybe he's comfortable with Jimmy G. We have yet to see what Trey Lance can do, so I don't know. But he's seen him in practice every day, so he knows something.
Yeah, Ryan always said that too. The coaches be there. Everybody seen him in practice. You know what's really going on. Yeah. So what I'll say is this, man. My sleeper team to pick up Debo Samuel. Watch out for Green Bay, man. I think Green Bay gonna try and get him. If he really jump out here on this market, Green Bay gonna make that. You feel me? Give Aaron Rodgers for the next couple years something nice.
But you gotta trade for him.
So what have to be a trade?
Yeah, you gotta trade for him. He's still on contract.
He got one more year, right?
Yeah, so I don't see a deal happening without at least one or two first round picks.
At least one.
Involved at least one.
Yep.
You gotta give up. Probably gonna have to give up a first round this year. And then
we got that. We got those.
Shoot, bro, we might. No, I don't think we'll get him, bro. It don't make sense. That's what I'm saying. It's like we can't say
y'all gonna try it.
Y'all gonna
call him.
I mean, I take him, bro. I don't want him, but it's just like, man.
I don't want him for real.
But nah, whoever we go to, bro, they're definitely gonna get one of the most explosive players in the league. So, man, shout out to Debo Samuel and keep an eye out for where he heads because it looks like he wants out.
Just hurry up and get him out the West.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like that as well.
You know what I'm saying? I like
Cowboys. I like that for him too. He would get the bag. Jerry Wallet ain't never been no. Jerry Wallet ain't never been no issue. All right. So let's switch it to the NBA playoffs, y'all, man. We to the NBA playoffs. Last time I was on this show, talk to y'all, we was heading right before the last couple games before the play-in. All the play-in stuff is over. We got our teams, man. The playoffs has started. We in game 2s, game 3, something tonight. Let's talk about this a little bit, man. I'm gonna start with the East, man. First series I want to talk about with you guys, man. Miami Heat taking on the Atlanta Hawks right now. They are up 2-0. Both games have been basically blowouts.
Jimmy Bucket's been going crazy.
The Hawks did play them a little better in game 2, but they ended up losing by 10. By 10 to me is like, the other team pretty much had the game handled.
Yeah.
But how do y'all feel about this series? Do y'all feel like Atlanta gets back in the series? Or do y'all feel like this is pretty much a wrap? Miami's too good to blowing them up, man.
I think he's just too physical for them. And I've seen the way they've been playing. They know how to play. Basically the same way they was playing, building that wall when they played Bucks. And they had to, you feel me, against Giannis. That's how they've been doing trade settings on the perimeter. Like they be dashing him, you feel me? They get the ball in. He go, well, it's already somebody waiting on him. And I don't think we got enough help. So I think he's too physical. Jimmy Bucket's been going crazy giving that work.
You think this is a sweep or Hawks get one
Hawks
or two?
Might get one.
Hawks will get one in Atlanta.
That's what I think.
They'll get one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you got the Heat too, gentlemen sweep.
It's over. Yeah, it's over. There's no way they can. There's no way they can get in this series. Trey seems to be a little rattled with the defenses that he's seeing, and
they're shooting some crazy shots. Crazy.
That's his knock, and as much as I like him, it's just like, like some of these decisions that he makes with the ball is just ridiculous, and it's not really a benefit to his team. So when you run up against veteran physical teams like the Heat, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. So this is how I feel. I definitely got the Heat. I think this will probably end up a sweep. Listen, I'm a Trae Young supporter. That's one of my top 3 players. But it's looking like, especially, it wasn't no help Capella's down. Like Capella wasn't going to do much for him offensively, but that is just losing the rebounding and the shot blocking. So it's like, Trae Young, my guy, but he doesn't have enough help. The help the people that's there, they're gonna give him a little bit. John Collins and them and Hunter.
Even he's playing wounded, so
you know what I mean. It's just not enough to beat a full strength Heat team that's coming at him with. And I feel like top to bottom roster, like they probably beat most teams in the East. They probably got I feel like top to bottom roster Heat, because then the bench come in. You got Hero and everybody else that's been stepping up lately. Struss,
Robinson,
Deadman. So it's like, shout out to the Heat. I think that ends up the sweep.
I forgot. I didn't know he was.
DeAndre Deadman. Yeah, shout out to the Heat. So next series I want to talk about. The Toronto Raptors have been taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. 76ers turning up, man. Blowouts both games. They're up 2-0. How y'all feel? How you feeling about this one, Ryan, bro?
Sweet.
Like,
This the one I see is sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah, big sweet. If any of them, this the one I was least interested in because I already felt this was
no respect for the Raptors?
No, man.
No, you neither?
They don't have enough. They really don't have nothing. If Van Vliet ain't out there jacking up and hitting crazy threes, they really don't have nothing.
Exactly. This is how I feel about this series. Like, Scotty Barnes got hurt, that messed up their flow. Yep. You know what I mean? But even with Scotty Barnes, like the type of basketball they play, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna eat in their offense, and it's like they don't really have no stars to push. Like Pascal, I like Pascal Siakam, but he might give you. It's not like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Would y'all consider him a star player, Pascal Siakam?
No.
I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm iffy. I feel like he is, but I don't know yet. Like that's
I won't give him star status just yet because he doesn't really take over enough games. He don't take games over.
That's what I'll say. It's not consistent enough domination. It's like he'll give you solid numbers.
It's like if somebody hitting, he'll come along and keep that train going. But for it to be solely on him as a star, it'll never work.
So how I'm looking at it is like basically how you said, when Van Fleet, if he's not on, right, I don't think that's when they'll win a game. When Van Fleet dropped 30 or something, like, you know what I'm saying, really be on, have that game
13, 14.
That's what they need, because it's like he's not a superstar, but they're dependent. If you look at their offense, they lean on him to be that one. That's what, you know what I'm saying. So Sixers take that easy. I don't know if it's sweet. I like the Raptors. I think they get one game because they come out. Pascal maybe has it. Pascal and Fred both dropped 30 type night. Like
Sixers at 3. Sixers at 3, man.
Shout out to James Harden though, then. Looking nice. Next series I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Boston Celtics. Man, Boston Celtics up 1-0 right now. Crazy game one. Hit the game winner. Jason Tatum spinning layup. Everybody seen it. Everybody was going crazy. In a game, I felt like the Nets played great enough to win. It was just, Celtics ended up pulling that out.
I want to say at this point, like, I think whoever wins this series is coming out the East.
Ooh. Whoever wins this, because it's going to be one of them tough ones, though, like, where you really got to fight for it. Low-key, like how Milwaukee and Nets was last year, right?
Yeah. I feel like for the Nets, it gives them the momentum to, be like, okay, we are who we are, and they move forward with it. But for Boston, it gives them the toughest challenge that they're going to have this whole postseason,
right?
Until they get to the finals, and they run with that.
Right. How you feel?
Whoever wins this,
who do you got? Hold on, who you got? Who you taking the series? And in how many games?
I got them.
That's him too.
I got the Nets in 7.
Nets in 7. That's a good. I like that. Because I feel like it could go. It's gonna go to 7. Yeah. How you feel about this series, bro? Brooklyn Nets.
I got the Celtics.
In how many games? And talk about why.
7.
And why?
They just deeper.
Just the
deep.
deep.
Like they just deeper. You feel me? They one of the teams. How you was just talking about the Heat. They deep, just like Celtics. Just like that. They just got Defensive Player of the Year. Marcus Smart just picked that up. First time a guard won that since Gary Payton. Yeah. That's what's up. And I just feel like if KD and Kyrie on and Tatum and Brown on,
it's gonna be
the Celtics. You feel me? They team. You feel me? They more complete team, and they defense is just like that. But with that being said, I got the Celtics in 7. But I still think the Bucks will come out the East.
You still got the Bucks in the East?
I got the Bucks
okay, about this Nets and Celtics series, how I feel. I feel like Boston easily has the better team than the Nets. But it's not just going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because KD and Kyrie, just simply as that. Like, bro, I have to have respect to that. It's like, that's why I say in 7. I say Boston in 7.
Everybody got this going in 7.
You know what I mean? KD and them going to bring it all. You know what I mean?
Right.
And look, they won by 1 with KD shooting horrible. So just imagine how this series about to get. It's going to get crazy. That's how I feel. Because He's gonna be on. There's no way KD's gonna keep.
Brown was off too, wasn't he?
Not. Was Brown on?
No, I think Brown contributed a little bit. I don't think he had it as bad as KD.
He had his average.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm tuned in tonight. I know that much.
Nets at 7, Celtics 7, Celtics 7. Next series we got in the East, last one in the East. Chicago Bulls taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks ended up winning the first game. And the way I looked at it, they won it because the Bulls played bad. I look at it like Milwaukee won that first game because the Bulls played bad. How y'all looking at this series? Somebody talk to me.
Sweet.
Giannis too much.
Sweep for the Milwaukee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? Hold on. We got to talk. Why?
Well, if you look at Chicago over the season, not only are they out cheap, they never have everybody on the court at the same time, but against top competition, they're like 2-21. And in the playoffs, all there is top competition. So
that is a real fact.
And the defending champs at that first round,
yeah, it's over. That's a good point, bro. What's that show? Around the Horn. They would have gave you a whole bunch of points.
Yeah.
That's a good point. How you feel about this one? Bulls taking on the Bucks, bro.
5.
Bucks and 5.
I feel like DeMar squeezed one of them games up. He goes crazy. At least one.
You're not respecting the Bulls at all. You say sweep. You say 5. You know, I
remember we've been doing this like all season.
Right?
So
yeah.
like
He stood you not believing in them, and you just feel like you taking Milwaukee out the East anyway. So it's like.
Giannis is too much.
Man, bro, that's the thing. I'm watching the game, cause listen, this has to be said. Chris Middleton hasn't been playing great of late, bro. If people been watching all these last couple Bucks games, Middleton hasn't had a good. It's not really good shit. Like he'll give you your rebounds and your assists with his couple little.
It's been like that all season for him.
But he's not being that superstar that they need to go repeat. I feel like Giannis is really carrying. He's good for it, but
and Broden stepped up though.
That's what made me think the Bulls. If Bro gonna keep playing like this, the Bulls can get some wins, steal some wins, bro. Like it can go to 6 easily.
What's the point guard's name?
Who?
Bucks. He been stepping up though.
Javon?
Nah, the point guard.
Oh, Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Drew been
I
balling.
said Drew is not doing it.
I'm talking about the backup.
Sweet.
Javon Carter been coming in here. Y'all even watch.
Oh, okay. I know. I'm heavy. Yeah,
all right. But so okay, I'm listening. I'm gonna take the Bucks because they the champs. And you feel me? They got the experience. Bulls is like fresh here. You feel me? And Levine be like, I don't know.
I'm right. He
be off sometimes,
right,
bro.
That's what I said.
I feel like
DeMar gotta have one of them games.
Like I always looked at Devin Booker and Zach LaVine in the same light. Like they're both super talented, but I feel like the difference is Devin Booker's way more efficient. Like he's always been way more efficient than Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's hot and cold, so it's like I'm gonna take the Bucks in 6. I feel like the Bulls get. Yeah, I feel like come on, bro. Y'all. Levine's with bro. Listen, and Vucic, bro. Like they all can't shoot. What was they 21 for like 71 or something like that last game? There's no way that's gonna happen again tonight.
That's part of the Bucks' defense, though. You know,
I got him getting the game.
Shout out to DeRozan. Got him in the game. But everybody got the Bucks in there.
Oh yeah, Giannis best player in the league too.
Yeah, definitely. He's been going crazy this year.
Right, been going crazy.
Yeah, last couple years.
Can't take it from him, man.
So let's move it to the West, man. The West going down. Let's start out with the New Orleans Pelicans is taking on the #1 Phoenix Suns, and it's actually 1-1. They pulled out a great win last night, man. Shout out to the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram, man, showing his true value to the Pelicans. CJ, what's the big man's name? Giannis. Is that his name? I say Giannis. Right. I'm sorry, y'all. What's the little big man's name?
For who?
Pelicans.
Oh, you talking about
Jonas.
Travis Kelce?
Jonas.
Valanciunas.
Yeah, Jonas.
Yeah.
So they got a win last night. This is a series I thought the Suns would sweep. They didn't. Devin Booker got hurt, man. Everybody got to keep an eye on that.
That's why this win is like with an asterisk because he had 31 in the first half.
You know? He was going off. Like.
But bro was going off too. That's what I'm saying. He was
Ingram
off.
Ingram.
He was going off.
Lakers was still right to get rid of him. I don't care.
Yeah, they had. He wouldn't have been playing like that.
Listen, he wouldn't be who he is, but we should have kept that man, bro.
You
got that all around.
He wouldn't have been playing like that.
Right, because Bron, he would have been in the shadow. It would have been like a 6 man.
He wouldn't even have the ball enough to even be going that
He wouldn't have been a superstar now. He'd still been a 6 man. But shout out to Ingram, man. But who y'all got in this series? Talk about it.
I'll still take the Suns, but I say it goes 6 off the strength of McCollum's experience in the playoffs.
I think you said that too. Who you got?
No, I'm gonna go with Suns. CP3 gonna have to do it though.
Yeah. But how many games?
6.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, with Devin out, this is where DeAndre got to show that he need that bag, and this is Mikal Bridges. Yeah, he got to step up. He's got to be 20 a night, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He always give him that good solid 15 a night. You know what I mean? It's got to be 20 now that Devin's out.
But I don't want the Suns to get out of character just because Devin Booker went down.
Right. Still play their ball.
I think they can still play their ball without, what Devin Booker contributes. It'll just be more dog fights for their wins now.
Pelicans will definitely be on that ass though.
Oh,
they about back down.
I got the Suns, but I'm gonna take them in. I got this is gonna go 5. I feel like. I mean, they got their win. I feel like, bro, they gonna make, bro. The Suns they played without Booker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cameron Payne. I like Cameron Johnson. Yeah, the other they come off the bench and go crazy. So next series we want to get to. I got the Suns again. Next series, Jazz is taking on the Mavs, and it's actually 1-1 right now. Shout out to the Mavs, got a great win the other day.
Whether superstars are involved or not, this is probably going 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
The Utah just finds a way to fumble. They always do.
Didn't I just tell you that?
It don't matter. Like, they always find a way.
I normally felt about the Celtics on the East. That's how the Jazz is on the West.
So who y'all got? Y'all gonna? I mean, when is Luka? Do y'all think Luka will come back this series?
I don't want to see him come back. I say shut him.
I think they'll try to force it. I think they'll play one more game without him, and then they'll get to game 4 and go ahead.
They ain't looking like
they don't rush him. Yeah, it look like
they don't need him.
They're going to need him.
Bro ain't all right. Brunson ain't gonna just be out here dropping 40.
And even if he is, though, the Jazz
but even without that game 1, they still was there.
Brunson sets a good game. He sets a great tone for them. They have shooters. That's always a plus.
Yeah, but he been aggressive getting in that lane.
Yeah, Brunson just sets.
And what's big, who was really huge for them in that win was Maxi Kleber. Yeah, Maxi Kleber was huge for them in that win. He was going crazy from 3. He was really efficient. He didn't miss many shots. Yeah. So shout out to the Mavs, but I gotta take the Jazz in 6. If Luka, because not knowing what Luka's gonna do, come on.
I'm gonna go with the Mavericks with the upset.
Ooh, but
without Luka, I think the Mavericks can pull the upset. Utah is just, like I said, Utah's Utah. Gobert doesn't give them enough on the offensive end. True. He's clumsy. You know, it just never.
They go ahead and blow it up after this year.
Who you got, bro?
Blow it up. I'm gonna go.
The thing, bro, niggas.
I'm gonna pick the Jazz just because I don't know what.
Donovan, I got your back, bro.
Just because I don't know what Luka gonna do, I'm gonna go with the Jazz, but it's gonna go there 6-7. It's gonna be a struggle for him. Still.
I went with the Jazz last year. Like I'm like, okay, they could do something, and then I saw Mitchell go down, and I saw him let the Clippers get back in from a 0-2 deficit.
Right. I will say they need to change some parts out. But I love Donovan, man. At least give credit. Yeah.
It's Conley.
It's Tom.
Clarkson.
It's put it out. It's put it out, bro. Like, I love you, Mike, but come on.
He got that bag and got comfortable or
something.
Bag
and got ghost.
I mean, his bones made out of mud anyway, bag or not. So they just never gonna have him when they need him.
Right. So we got Mavs, Jazz. No, Mavs.
No, I got
Mavs, Jazz. Next series, Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Memphis Grizzlies.
This is the best series in the first round.
This is going to be a great series. This is tied 1-1 right now in a complete opposite game from game 1 when the Timberwolves took off on the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies took off on the Timberwolves last night. How y'all feeling, bro? Talk to me.
This is tough. This is tough, man. I feel like both teams when they at their best, I feel like they're evenly matched. I think the Timberwolves are a little more talented in a sense, but just as far as just that grit that Memphis has, it matches up with them perfect. So I'm gonna go with Memphis in 7.
Memphis in 7.
Love that. 7.
I love that pick, bro. Who you like in here?
I'm gonna go with Memphis too.
Why you going with Memphis,
just
bro?
Just because I trust Ja over.
Timberwolves got your boy. You don't like them dudes? I thought you were
no.
It's hard to be a cat fan, man.
You like
even when he be yelling and trying to show, I just don't believe it. I seen him yelling the other day. He was telling somebody like, Packer. Like, he don't even look it. I can't get into it. I don't believe him. I'm gonna go with Ja. You feel me? In the Grizzlies, and I hope it goes 7 because I like this one. I like this series one. But anything Edwards, he go off. Last game, like he did game 1, he struggled a little bit.
Listen, that's the thing. That's the thing to keep an eye on too, bro. He one of them hot and cold players, bro. He's
Grizzlies,
like, bro,
deep,
people. And I know,
deep too.
like the Timberwolves win games when Edwards goes off, but when he's hot slumping, they be really losing.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of that is with him because he's going to get the shots.
Because you can't depend on that.
Yeah, it's going to be Carl, Anthony, and D'Angelo. What has happened? Listen, you notice how when I be like, I miss all our old Lakers. I always be like Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, Randall.
D-Lo.
You don't never hear me. No, listen. In the last couple, you ain't heard me say D'Lo.
You right.
Bro, what's wrong with him, bro?
He ain't consistent. He been that way.
You see him last night?
He been that way.
Dang, bro. I be like, bro, at least he gonna give a couple threes. He be off, bro. I be like, remember that year in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Like, where's that guy? And that is the end of Carter Sports Coverage for this week. We want to shed some spotlight, advertise the business of Knife Scale this week. That's my boy Dev's business. I'm going to let him go ahead and talk to y'all about that a little bit more and shed some light on it. Go ahead, bro.
I appreciate it, man. So, Knife Scale, NIXTHSCALE. Slogan, do more, not the most. You know, just a positive brand to bring encouragement and also, you know, just everything about myself. You know, I'm born in September. That's what the knife stands for, scale. I'm a Libra. So, you know, it's just all about me. I love sports, man. I love positivity. So that's all the brand is about. Knifescale.com.
Check that out.
NIXTHSCALE. You can find me on social media, Instagram and Facebook. NIXTHSCALE. Knifescale.
Yes, sir. And shout out to him for coming in. We appreciate you, man. This is Carter.
First guest on the show, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's
First guest on the show,
That's
man.
major, man. That's
We
major. I
appreciate it.
appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir, man. We're going to catch y'all here next week. Make sure y'all catch them games tonight, man. This is Carter Sport. Any of y'all got anything for us before I get up out of here? Before we get up out of here? Ryan, you know you always got the tidbits.
Listen,
The tidbits.
just Jerry, go ahead. You feel me? Do your due diligence.
Go
Check
get
out
Debo.
Just check him out. You feel me? Call his agent, see what y'all can. You feel me? If anything can be worked.
I'm for that. Cowboys and Debo, I actually mess with y'all on that because you feel me? That's a nice place for him to go. But yeah, man, we'll catch y'all next week, man. Carter Sports Coverage, we out.
Yes, sir.